Hey everybody, Stephen Talbot here, coming back with some M14. A lot of you have been talking about Thoughtseize, a few of you have commented on it, and some other stuff in M14. Basically, my thought on Thoughtseize is, if they reprint it as a rare, this set will sell like candy. The price of Thoughtseize will drop very, very low. I heard about this. I'm a fan of, or basically I'm a subscriber to Quiet Speculation, and they put out a premium article, so you'd have to pay in order to read it, basically explaining about how, why this card might possibly be an M14 Thoughtseize. I think if it does get reprinted, you will just see the card drop. You will see very upset people. I did, in response to the rumor, and that's the thing, it could be a rumor. I'm not saying it is, I'm not saying it isn't, but I still haven't seen anything as of yet, and maybe they're waiting till the end. But this rumor has driven the need, at least for me, to sell off my Thoughtseizes. If they're coming back as a rare, that's one thing. If they don't reprint them, then I'm still very sketchy if they are going to reprint them. With Modern Masters being such, even though it was a quote-unquote limited print set, I feel that it promoted Wizards into being able to say, hey, we can make a ton of extra money if we just reprint cards, older cards, that lets people get into these formats, which play in tournaments, which in essence makes us more money. But the reality is, I hope they don't reprint Thoughtseize, and if they do, so be it. I sold mine. If they don't, I'll just get them back. It's not gonna be a big deal. I still am holding one foil one because it really just hasn't sold. It just kind of sits there and it won't sell. I've tried to sell it on eBay, I've tried to sell it on TCG, it just sits there. I'm not going to put it up for bid because I won't get anywhere near what it's worth. But back to some other cards in M14. Garruk Caller of Beast. This card is quite interesting. I'm going to go through some of my favorites of M14 right now. Cards that maybe you guys should look into picking up. This card promotes mono green, being that you may put a green creature card from your graveyard onto the battlefield. It's double green, it costs 6 mana. It refills your hand. This card replaces Garruk Primal Hunter, which was at 5 and 2 and 3 green. And it does what Domri Rod does, except for the fact that it allows you to filter through your deck and get as many creatures as possible. One of the next cards that I really like in this set is, besides, let's just go, Mutavault is, obviously, I like it because it's a reprint. I did sell mine off at $21, and they bombed overnight, and I got in. I got out at a higher point than I got in and on them at, so I was lucky. Ratchet Bomb is also a card that is being reprinted. This card promotes control. Where's the other one? Really? It's not on this? Why is it not on this one? There's an artifact card that for some reason is not here. Let me go to Google 14. Alright, here's another card that I really think is amazing. Right there. Ring of Three Wishes. I don't know if it was on here. Oh, well, I'm just an idiot, but here I get the visual spoiler for you guys. This card, EDH Bomb. 100% EDH Bomb. It's basically a planar portal and a Djinn of Wishes. This thing, if you can get these, they're going to be, when you can't get M14 anymore, when the people stop opening these things, are going to just skyrocket in price. These are going to be an EDH staple. If I'm going to spec on a card, it's going to be this. This thing is absolutely nuts. I guess I can stay on the visual spoiler. It's a lot better. Moving up the list, I see right Right here, Chandra's Phoenix. It's going to promote mono red. This card right here, Savage Summoning. This thing is absolute garbage. If you top deck this, late game you're just going to look at yourself and go, wow, I'm a freaking idiot. You probably, if anything, there's a reason you have to play it to maybe get off a combo, but the reality is it's a dead card unless you're casting a creature. You're paying one more for a +1/+1 counter, and making the creature uncounterable, which is great. And obviously the flash makes it quite nice, but it's still just a dead card if you're not casting a creature. Here's the picture of Gorilla Caller Beast. They are reprinting Ajani, Jace, and Liliana, and the new Chandra, Flamebringer, is supposedly supposed to be a very good Planeswalker, but we'll figure that out when it happens. Shadowborn Demon, another one of my favorite cards, and actually Archangel of Thune is another one of my favorite cards. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. I don't know about you, but this says Sphinx's Rev. Holy crap, all my little 1/1 weenies just became like 5/5s, and it only costs 5 mana, which is kind of awesome, and the lifelink makes this card really good. I could see this getting some standard play, obviously in Shadowborn Demon. They are both at Mythic, but they're both at 5. Shadowborn Demon obviously has some other stuff going on. It can't kill, what's the other demon from Ravnica? It can't kill that one, the 4 mana, 2/2 black 6, if, during each combat, your opponent can sacrifice a creature, tap it, and give it a +1/+1 counter. This thing doesn't do anything. This one just kind of laughs at it. But, it is what it is. Let's see, where is it? This card, way overpriced, but it is kind of cool. You can tap in a number of creature control, put a bunch of angels. It's kind of like a really, really bad replacement for, not even a replacement, just a really, really bad card in general. I would say too expensive. Rise of the Dark Realm seems pretty awesome, even at 9 mana. This says EDH to me all day. The slivers. Let's just talk about these for a second. Holy crap, they just made them horrible looking. They're not slivers. The slivers used to have this sort of appeal that you kind of, you couldn't, you knew when you saw a picture of a sliver. I mean, this does not look like a sliver. This looks like more like Sanger Vampire than it ever did a sliver. Scavenging Ooze, let's talk about that real fast. This card dropped in price very, very hard. At rare, there's going to be a ton of these floating around. Reanimator is no longer going to be a big thing, and not with these floating around. Obviously, they get really big really fast if you just start exiling creatures. They're going to get to a certain point where burn will not stop them, but red deck wins. Another reason why I think it'll be good is this card right here, Burning Earth. This makes all the decks that play a lot of shocklands, they're going to get punished whenever a player taps a non-basic land, but it deals 1 damage to them. I mean, if you shock yourself and then tap it with this in play, you're taking 3 damage. You're basically lightning bolting yourself. And imagine, that's only if you're casting a 1-drop. I mean, obviously this costs 4, but the opponents still have to cast spells after a certain point. They can't just stare at this forever. They're going to lose a lot of life due to this card. There are some other cool things in here, like Enlarge is kind of interesting, but I see these not being so much standard staples. I see them being like this, a limited, really good, solid limited card. Where is it? Doomblade's back in. That's going to be fun. Root Wall. Holy crap, I haven't seen this card in a while. That's going to be really interesting. But those are kind of just some interesting cards that I've been thinking about when it comes to M14. Let's see, MTG Ethan. I'm going to go back and just do some stuff. Scion, we talked about. This does make sense. Advent into Scion, which you can make, yes, 10 power. You could populate your token. Really cool. Didn't even think about that. Thank you for your comments. I mean, we had a pretty good discussion. on my Smiter video. Let's see. Like, I answered my question on Thoughtseize. Hope you watched my video and you'll get it. But anyways, guys, down below, subscribe, like the video. Really like your feedback on the videos. As you can see, I do respond, as best I can. But I want to thank you guys for subscribing. I'm up to 16, I believe, 16 subscribers. Let's see, 16 subscribers, 853 views. I mean, I'm getting a little better. Let me know what you guys want to hear about, and I'll do my best to get in on that. Just a quick little side note about Modern Masters. The GP was like 4,500 people, which is ridiculous. That's a huge GP. The prices really haven't moved too much since the GP, but they are still a little bit low. I know we talked about whether it could go down or might not go down, or I talked about at least, but yes, there was enough of it to drop the price. Dark Confidant and Tarmogoyf and some of the higher end stuff didn't really move too much because of the scarcity of it already. And now that it's all at Mythic again, I think the new Tarmogoyf is actually rarer than the old Tarmogoyf. Obviously the price will not reflect that, at least it shouldn't, because of how old the other ones are. But I mean, I still have my 4 old Bobs, my 4 old Tarmogoyfs, and my 4 old Vendilion Clicks and all that good stuff. Like, I had all this stuff. I didn't really play during Morningtide, but I acquired it all afterward. But I really think that Modern Masters, it scared the crap out of a lot of speculators and a lot of people like me who had a lot of these old cards, and now all of a sudden there's all these reprints hit almost overnight. I had to get rid of a lot of stuff because I just couldn't hold it anymore. Now that I know it's being reprinted, I had to get rid of it. But I did make a lot of money on Modern Masters. I ended up somehow with 8 boxes. I made a deal with the store owner, so I had a lot of stuff. I'm still trying to get rid of most of it. I have it set at a price that I think is fair. I'm, on an online auction site that I won't name. But basically, guys, I do want to talk to you about, let's see if I can get to it. Something real quick. There's a website I'm starting, Perspective Gaming. It is not live yet. It will be live July 1st of this month, so a couple days. And I will post a link down to it after it's live on my coming videos. If you guys could just jump on Facebook, like it. It basically is going to be a video website about different games, not just Magic in general, but video games and fantasy and stuff like that. But it's going to be based on the perspective that you are a new player, and if you want to get into the game, what would you need to do to go and play? What is the lingo like? What is the culture like? Obviously, I don't just want to do Magic on this, but it would be, it'd be greatly appreciated if you guys could show your support. And I'll throw some stuff in there. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching, and Stephen Talbot out.